To start off with, I do have a helmet with me, but the way I understand it is that helmet protects me, and so I choose not to wear one. However, lights and visible clothing do help to alert other people of my whereabouts, so I do choose to wear those. Should I stop anywhere on my ride, I like to take a lock, and to stay comfortable, I take my gloves and glasses, and if I'm out for a while, I make sure that I've got enough fuel to get back, so I take water with me or snacks, and then I put everything I need for maintenance into my saddlebag, and I'll show you that at the end of the video. I'm in a town now that gives us the best example of what America can do for cycling infrastructure, and it's what's called a Dutch intersection. So vehicles move around pedestrians, which move around bicycles, and so there are actually 3 lights in one. As far as I'm aware, this is the first implemented in all of North America. It works efficiently and it feels safe. Many of the streets here in this small town do have bike lanes, and there are several good bike paths, and in some cases you do get ample signage that shows where bikes are supposed to merge with traffic. This has been deemed in past years the bicycle capital of America. So you can take a look, and one of the biggest reasons for this is that it is such a small town. The only residents are college students are using bicycles instead of cars. And it's so easy to do that here because it is very flat and it is very comfortable all throughout the summer and all throughout the winter for riding. It just feels different here, even being in other places, as far as being able to ride comfortably, feeling like cars understand what bicycles are doing, and that bicycles are going to be on the road. There's a very big difference when people have become used to it and when you have to be the person to show motorists how they're supposed to be riding around bicycles. I think it's a good example of a working system, and I think that's because there are laws and regulations that are actually enforced that keep people from either owning a vehicle here or driving a vehicle in certain areas, and also supporting the initiative to provide more bike infrastructure. And these things added together make it 3 times as much better here than anywhere else because they are using all 3. The practice with driving around bicycles and bicycling around traffic is something that I don't see as well in any other place I've been to. A lot of towns are trying to put in infrastructure for bicycles, but it's very sporadic, and you get big sections that don't connect to each other or don't have proper signage, which is the most important thing. The hard thing is, unless drivers are recognizing that that's what that means, then it doesn't really matter what the signs say. Traffic is going to kind of determine where you want to ride. You can put a space, but it's whether or not the people using that space are comfortable. The bicycle is like constantly uncomfortable, so that's part of the hard thing of riding on a bicycle. The more you see bikes, the more the cars know what to do. And unless you're a bicyclist, that's usually the best way for motorists to learn how to drive with bicycles, is seeing how they act. As far as the bicycle itself, the most important maintenance obviously is being able to get started, which has to do with your tire pressure, and that is listed on the side of most tires. And then the second one you want to be concerned with is brakes, being able to stop once you do get started. So making sure that those are tightened, which taking it to a shop is usually the smartest way to do that, because you don't want to not be able to stop in a timely manner. My bicycle is way less complicated because there's nothing to maintain here except for putting lube on the chain, just like you put oil in your car. And I actually have that in here. So having a tire pump, which you're able to put pressure into your tires, is first on the list, most important. And then brakes, which I can adjust mine on the road with helpful tool here. Having a bike tool for all the necessary bolts that might rattle loose on your bicycle, that's always important. Again, with your tires, having a patch kit, which comes in various different styles, is important in case you lose pressure in your tire. You do get a hole. Pumping up your tire isn't going to solve that. You're still going to leak air. And then with my drivetrain, need to be lubed enough that they don't start wearing on each other. And then I have my key in case I wanted to stop in a place that wasn't my home or my car. I want to lock my bike because they are always valuable, because almost anybody can utilize the bike or sell it. One of those two.